I'll make a motion to approve the drainage of 2,766.50 and 2,766.50. And in claims is 427,481.49. It'd be 427,481.49.
I'll second.
All right, so first and a second, Lanes. Any more discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Claims are approved. Wait for Trish to come back with public concerns, in case she wants to take notes. Okay, anyone here wish to have some public concerns?
I just want to address the windmill thing, I guess. I just want you, not as I'm opposed to it. But I'd like to encourage you guys with what's happened in Woodbury County with the one that was canceled over there. To reach out to the supervisors over there and find out some of the information that was the reason why. I'm opposed to it for my obvious reasons, but I encourage you guys to look at the big picture of the whole thing, not just the landowner A, B, C that's for or against, and all of that. Look at the people that are within towns, within county, you know, property and everything else that are affected by it. So I Jess Walter too from Austin, by the way. I got here a little bit late, but I just wanted to encourage you guys to reach out to some of these counties that are having the opposition and find out what the constituents or the members of the county said to the supervisors and the reason why they changed their mind or made them change their mind, or the positive and negatives and everything. I won't go into the negatives of it for me for now, but I mean, I'll gladly share it with any of you. So thank you.
Thank you. We will look into that, I'm sure. My suggestion would be to talk with your neighbors. It's probably most effective.
Well, the decisions are made in the rural area. I think the ones that are for it are for it, the ones that are against it are against it. Yeah, I agree with you. I understand that. Comes down to when everybody out there is for or against is you guys to make the right decision that affects everybody, and it's not an easy job. I understand that.
All right, thanks. All right, anybody else?
Pretty much agree with him. I think it's all about the mindset of learning myself. And I can't blame them with the price of where they're at today. I just don't think it looks ugly, sounds ugly.
All right.
Citizen, hey, you guys know. You know my position.
What is your position?
Who are you?
I'm Dean, the citizen. I absolutely hate those things. I don't think I mean, I've talked to a couple of them that are for them and are all, basically, I heard one guy say, well, why shouldn't I be in charge? Why shouldn't I be able to get some of that free money? And then one of them says, well, I'm in it for the money. So I just disagree with that. So.
All right, thank you, Dean, for your.
Yep, as a citizen.
As your citizen's opinion. All right, we'll move on now to Nicole.
Morning.
Thank you.
I just want to ask, we interviewed 9 out of 16 applicants. We had, wow, and amazing people. It was really hard, down to even our last 4 and top 2, which I don't know if I can say, but was somebody's son here that was amazing. But came down to knowing legals and knowing that's a lot of ours is the real estate and knowing legals and how to read those. And this one did. It was a hard decision. They all threw us out of the water. So we would like to hire Melanie Anderson. She's from here in Dakota City. And and she has some experience, like I said. We want to start her at $20 an hour. And she would start Monday, December 29th, if you guys would be okay with that, just to get some paperwork done and just kind of get a feel out. So while Diane's just here for a few more days.
December what was that?
29th, so next
29th.
Monday.
As in our handbook, it would be like a 6 month probation.
Correct.
Okay. All right. Any comments from the board?
Any questions or comments?
Is- Did they have to do background checks and stuff like that? I don't have a clue.
Yes,
I'm
they
asking.
will, right? Don't they have to work in the courthouse? You know?
Not that I know of. But I'm not sure. I mean, I did when I started here, but I'm not sure how.
Alright.
We can.
You can check with-
I'm just
check with
asking.
John, cause I think they could be, because of course what they're looking at is public record, but some offices aren't,
We could ask Dean. to
yeah.
Check.
Just, oh, you just call, like, just call down there, like, don't do an official, because would they have to sign something to do a background check? We'd have to have an official paper.
Or email him and request it.
They gotta let you do it.
Yeah, no, but I think there's like a,
There's something they gotta sign.
when I went to the schools, there was something that the
Yeah.
person that's getting hired has to sign
Mhm.
that we would take to them. So, I think, right?
Mhm.
Yeah, I've
We
never,
just get usually an email or something from him,
okay,
but
I can just email him and ask him.
I don't anticipate anything being, but at least we did
They
our
would do background
background.
checks on most everybody they hire, so I'm assuming that probably is proper.
Just email him or do the paper the proper way.
I
Tell
don't,
me.
where's the paper?
Yeah, I don't know, that's what I'm
I don't
asking.
have one. We don't have one.
Oh,
Mm-mm.
We may look into making that available.
we'll make some phone calls after the meeting.
Okay, let me know. Yeah, let me know. I'm sure she'll stop in and sign it.
Sign the application, they are agreeing to a background check.
Okay.
If the employer wants to do so, and you can just email Dean their name and their social security, well, not email social security, you just want to call him. And he can just do a very simple check and he'll email you back and say, yep, they're good. and
Perfect.
No, they're not.
So this one that they signed.
Yep, so
says
that's
that.
basically them agreeing
Okay.
to a background check if the employer chooses to do so.
I got it over here.
See, there we go.
Thank you.
Thank you. That would be,
sign a release when they fill out.
when they fill that out, that would be that paper that.
I
Okay,
I think that would be a good idea.
okay. I'll email him about that then. Mhm.
Okay, well, I'm glad you had a lot of applicants, that's.
Oh, it is, all good. I don't think there was anything I was surprised, because you know, sometimes when you get them out there, you get a lot of those ones that are,
Mhm.
just have to apply just because they're trying to.
Yeah.
Yeah.
By somebody, and no, we had a lot of really good. I was very surprised, and
Okay,
so,
Well, with that, I'd make a motion to hire. With the completion of the check. I'll second it.
all right, we got a motion, a second, any more discussion? Hire. All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carries. There you go, start the process.
perfect, thank you
Thank
very
you,
much.
thank you.
Appreciate it, guys.
All right, so Colin won't be here for a little while. Unless he's up there, I don't see him up there, so do you think he's driving down? Is anybody heard?
Haven't heard.
Okay. All right, let's go down and we'll do some committee reports.
All right, for this past week on the 16th, we had, well, it was our Udmo finance meeting, which we were having technical difficulties. But we finally got everybody on the right line to do them and got them taken care of. And we have our meeting tomorrow night for the monthly meeting. Then we went on, Wednesday, planning and zoning meeting. I stopped up there for what was it, a short 3 hours?
Yeah.
Or a long 3 hours, I guess, somewhere in there. But they, which I left on my desk, they gave us copies of their, but they're going to get those to, John to, as Kevin said, clean up some language in there, verbiage, I guess. And hopefully have that stuff to us to, go over. And that was it for me for the week.
Wednesday at a conservation board meeting at 5 o'clock. We got out of there at about 5:45, and then went to planning and zoning for the rest of the evening. That was on Wednesday. And then Thursday, we had a short little meeting with a few people about public safety. Did not go like I expected it to. It was, nobody ever made a comment on the issues and to get it resolved, so. We'll figure.
Try again.
We'll figure it out January 1st when our meeting comes to.
Okay.
So this was in reference to the interview that was on KHBT,
Yes,
which I was, and I've heard nothing but questions from a lot of people wondering what is going on. So
Yeah.
I'm as interested as,
so hopefully get things resolved soon, rather than later. That's all I had.
Tuesday 16th, I had a NACO webinar. It was basically a short and sweet one, just basically updating what's happening in the national scene with, things. Wednesday, planning and zoning at 5:30 with I believe Bruce and Bob was there, yes.
Danny was there.
Denny was there.
Denny was there. That's right,
He's
Denny.
over there.
We were all sitting like 480.
Nobody else mentioned anybody, so I'm just trying to catch up. 17th also, I got an email from Dean and I went in and talked to Cole Bachman about what's going on with the police department and the sheriff's department, trying to get a handle on, I'm completely out of it, but they wanted to be informed, so I went in and talked to him myself. CFR had a webinar at 12 to 2, Zoomed it, went over a lot of things, basically trying to figure out farm prices are up, farm ground prices are up, and it has a lot to do with the absentee landowners buying up ground and forcing the price of ground and using it as a commodity for, basically that's what they talked about. It's livestock and dairy doing well because the food costs are down, price of corn's down. It's pretty much filled you in on what's going on with that. Went over to Norway section 18. Eaton's 37, worked with Bill Mansky a little bit and looked at that tile project over there. I called Rick, kind of come to consensus that we need to enlarge the outlet from the box down to the creek. And it is in bad shape. Friday I had a pest management meeting at 8 o'clock because I have to have that to maintain the weed commissioner job. And that was my week.
And we don't want you out of that. So.
I was gonna give it back to Bob.
Oh, I was at the planning and zoning meeting, believe it or not,
You were, I'm sorry.
but, and I did not make, did anyone make, I'm sorry, but the meeting, the next night over at Hunter Marks?
This canceled.
They canceled, I thought, because of the weather.
I wondered about, I was just didn't feel well to go, I didn't hear that I didn't cancel.
Yeah, it's canceled.
But, been pretty well under the weather this week, just with a nasty cold was all, so. But, I just had a quick meeting for the kid pets. There was a meeting, I did not make it. I was kind of a spur of the moment, I didn't know until later. So I did miss that, so I was gonna get in touch with them and talk to them a little bit about that. But other than that, that's all I got done. I didn't go with, when I drove over to that project very east of town. So,
Well, that was my intention, is us to take him out on a project and show him what we
and I did want to go.
we do, so.
And when was that tile put in? 1910?
1911,
11?
That's when it was installed.
The 24.
No, that wasn't when, when it was installed.
Not when I was out there.
Oh, okay.
Okay, and I was gone pretty much last week, but I did talk with Mike a couple times on the phone about the tile issue out here. And also John Tolbert, let me know that we did win the Supreme Court case against the railroad, which is huge for drainage districts. So the railroads can be assessed for their portion of the drainage costs.
Till they appeal it,
What's that?
till they appeal it,
Well, the only next case they go is the United States
I
Supreme Court.
understand, but you know,
Because it was a federal judge who stopped it and our Supreme Court overruled him. Because he didn't have jurisdiction for it, I guess.
that's a plus.
Yeah. And so that was a good win for us. Hopefully I'm sure they'll keep battling it.
Does that mean we've got the rights to go onto the railroad if we need to?
Yes.
Okay,
Boy,
because I know they really was hesitant.
Yeah, that was, if we would have lost that, it would have been a battle to get anything kind of repairs done or new lines under the railroad. So now we have the authority to repair our lines, new lines, and charge them for their benefit.
Well, and obviously got to bore it because we can't hardly dig across.
Right. Yeah,
Okay.
so that was really good news to get that, so. And that was about all I had, so. Anything else we can chat about for about 12 minutes?
Yep. What are we gonna do next week for,
Oh,
the
holiday.
holiday? Because we'll meet on the 29th, right?
Yeah,
And then do we have to meet the first day or how, I don't remember
Should meet in a second, yes.
I think we'll have to meet Friday for a short meeting.
And it would be,
that's the day that the vote will take place.
Yeah.
oh,
You stay in there and
Yeah, that's right.
we haven't told you that yet.
Yeah.
I'm teasing you,
That's what we
Rick.
talked about when I was gone.
So a meeting this
No,
coming
so we
Friday?
meet are we doing an 8:30?
Let's just keep it our standard 8:30 time
on what date?
on
The
the
second.
January 2nd. There's just a lot of things that have to be done so things function. It's mainly.
Oh my God, it's just a
Redoing.
list of stuff that we go over to.
Nothing too controversial, it's just things that need to be done, so the county keeps running.
actually, you're supposed to put her on a little dance show. And
Oh, good.
The newest guy, you mean?
that,
The newest guy will do that.
I'll get working on that.
Well, we haven't.
They don't have anything.
That plan to approve that on that day, all that stuff.
So Friday the second at 8:30.
Yeah.
so you do the 29th.
Yep,
Awesome.
yep. And then the courthouse will be closed just on Thursday, right? For regular, or do you have the 31st off of?
I think they're open New Year's Eve now, right? And they're closed all day Christmas Eve. It used to be half day on each one.
Okay,
I think we're open all day on New Year's Eve. Back to my report, I forgot something. I happened to be down to Costco's in Des Moines last Wednesday, and they have Lazy Boy office chairs, $159.
I'll buy mine.
They looked very nice, they were very comfortable, but I did not check the weight limit on them.
Oh,
No, I'm not referring that we have an issue in the board.
Yeah, you are.
But I thought we better look
That
at
hurt
that.
my feelings.
Well,
I don't wanna weight shame anybody.
For anybody that
Some
walks-
guys are just a little bigger than others.
for anybody that watches on camera, when all of a sudden you start sliding down the springs and these things have just.
Shot.
The shock, gone.
And
Especially that-
they're shedding. It's like a snake over here. The skin on the arms are all coming off. But I would,
Artificial weather is,
I'd buy my own too.
I,
I would too, cause these are
But
chunky.
and we're not,
I want you to understand.
It's been a long time.
Someone over here on this side switched his chair over to mine.
Where'd you go?
I would absolutely have no problem with it.
Well, because you're not.
Then we'll leave that chair with you. What's your name?
But anyway, they were, one lazy brand was 159 and another brand is 139. I couldn't sit in the other one because of.
It was on the top rack.
Yeah, the lazy boy was sitting there, he sat there, boy, that's pretty damn nice. But I thought maybe I'll get online and see what the restrictions are, or limits.
Well, let us know, but
Well, we're not the
Well,
only,
not
let us know, I'll make a road trip down again.
Yeah,
we're not the only people that use this facility in here.
I know, and you
The
get,
other
you get,
people.
you get guests that come and they look at these chairs and they probably think, oh, cow.
So,
But anyway, I might have to do a little research on that.
And that's what Costco's.
Yeah, I was down in.
are you a
Des
member?
Moines.
So we can,
Yeah, I am.
why didn't, I can't get in there. I
Yeah.
tried. I
It
didn't.
is so darn hard to get out of there without being in the hundreds of
Yeah.
dollars.
Right.
when you walk out.
I just went to Sam's Club the other night. Paid $375.
Ooh,
Yeah, ridiculous.
Do we need to make a motion for the second meeting?
I think we better, let's have a motion to set the meeting for the second, because it's not a scheduled meeting.
I'll make a motion to schedule this, January 2nd on Friday at 8, or normal time at 8:30.
I'll second it.
We have a first and a second on our scheduled meeting. Any more discussion on it? All in favor?
aye.
Any opposed? Meeting will be January 2nd. And like I say, we go through our committee assignments. Delete them, add any, whatever. So,
John Beatty did send a letter out to Mr. Daggy, if you'd like to read it.
sure.
Conservation
Yeah.
is gonna pay their half now. I'm just waiting for a call from Daggy.
Okay,
Eventually, I'm sure I'll get
Yeah,
one.
because the next money was the.
well, at least this will cover most of his materials, I'm sure. And some of his labor.
Oh, she is.
Hi.
Hi. You wanna read this?
Harry, do you know is,
Someone's not going to be here
Gotcha.
for on.
oh, he's not gonna
We're
be,
just gonna go over the pay.
okay, well, then I think we can have it early.
Is Ben here yet?
I don't think he had any.
Not on the
I
agenda.
thought he was. I'm sorry. Works for me.
Yeah, we can do it if you want.
Yeah, maybe a call ain't gonna come. It'll be on Zoom, we'll just do it right now.
Okay.
So I'll
Motion
look
to go
for,
into with drainage. then.
yes,
I'll second.
okay, the first and second to go into drainage, all in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? We are in drainage at
8:54.
8:54. 8:54. Okay, this has to do with DD 37 over in Norway Township. Yep.
Yep,
Okay. And someone was out there doing some pattern tiling and South Main was in deplorable shape and too small.
Which that's the one you said was 1911.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yes.
And you, what did you find from that?
So, well, I'm gonna have to go into vaults because I can't find very much on it. There hasn't been a lot of work that was done on it. In 2009, there was only like $618 of work that was done. In 2011, there was 1,500, and in 2020, there was 1,800. I have yet to find the work orders and stuff. I believe they're all downstairs.
Bruce, hi, how are you?
So I don't have a whole lot to go by on that. I don't know when it was established. I have to-
How are you? Good morning.
good.
So that's,
Looks like you brought extra material with.
I have to.
Okay.
okay. So anyway, I don't have a whole lot to tell you at this point. I have to find more
see if I can find more on it, because there's really, we don't have a file up here because nothing's been done for so long,
Okay,
so.
all right.
Ben had to go through his disk and find one that he can pull up and run through it, so I don't know if that'll help you or not.
He did find something.
Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah,
I
I
can
got,
get
I
a
got
hold
an
of
old
him and-
map here that shows it.
okay, I can get a hold of him, and I wasn't here on Thursday or Friday, so.
Okay, all right.
We
Oh.
did have a petition that was signed, by Jason Opine on Thursday.
Okay. And he's the landowner in DD 7.
He,
He farms the
he
land.
farms the land. I think he
Yeah.
is the,
Doesn't he got a little piece on the east side of the
Yes.
blacktop?
They have to own land.
Yeah.
in the
He has a little piece on it, yes.
The main runs into his across that blacktop
Okay.
like 200 feet.
Does it need another person to sign that or not?
No,
Okay. And he was looking.
no, we've
Oh,
done that
okay.
last time, so.
Okay.
no, just one is all we need. And they'll probably notice the length of this, cause it doesn't show me how long it is on my map. This,
I've got a really good map for all of you to take a look at. I spent a lot of time.
okay,
It'll be okay to open up
Sure.
this discussion.
Yeah.
let's share the information you have, you've been out there looking at it.
First of all, I mean, they just got two pictures. They could have sent you more. I got. This is kind of what the tile looks like. Mike was out there, so he was.
That's the same pictures I got, isn't it, Bill?
Yeah,
Yeah.
it is.
Like,
I've got some additional pictures here, but I don't wanna congest everything. Right, Dennis? This is just one picture of the tile. So,
And this is a 24 or 21?
it's a 24. It's probably a 21 the way it's. So, I think. I've already got the design, I've already done with the whole project, and I think this is gonna be the easiest way to do it, 'cause that's why I made my big map. I spent several hours getting this done, so we got a good explanation. I couldn't understand why there needs to be a petition signed. Cause there does need to be an improvement made here, cause the improvement was already made in the relief tile. So, this is the job complete. That I've done. And. If everybody could get one of these, you'll be looking at the same, if you just hand one up and just send it around.
give me a lotion. I think it was there so.
Okay.
So you guys, when I got here, there was 3 washouts on the main, there's 3 holes open right now presently between these 2 spots. Now let me explain this to you. The 24-inch old clay was put in probably in the early 1900s. And then they ran a relief tile next to it, the same size diameter. Now the mistake that was made, in my opinion, they should have laid this to meet the watershed to where they built the junction box, and the junction box is in place, and the 24 just comes up and ends, the new one does. The old one still is serviceable because under high water, all this water in the watershed's gotta go down both tile. It would be nice to just eliminate the old 24, but you can't. Cause then you'll be stuck with the same thing they had before they put the relief tile in. So unfortunately, in my opinion, petition to new main is gonna get turned down. Because this needs to be maintained to acquire the same drainage or the drainage that they needed once they got that relief tile put in. So. From this point to this point is further distance than what I thought. I had 600 feet, it's closer to 800 feet, and it might be more. I don't know yet. Mike was out there, Mike, where you and I looked in the one hole. And then if you come up to the junction box, there was a hole there too. That distance is about 800 feet. We know we have to go further down. Now, I think the main's gonna get better because right here at the fence, the tile's got about 6 foot of cover because it's in a hill. And as it comes down, and I think the reason tile broke, in my opinion, looking at hard clay tile over the years, is this is in a peat slough and it's not that deep. It does have decent cover though. It's probably got 2.5 feet of cover on it. But this tile is gonna have to be replaced this whole way. And it's gonna have to be maintained, unfortunately, because this tile wasn't big enough to eliminate it. So it's not gonna be an easy repair because I'm torn if you guys have us do it. Do we get alongside it and then go over and collapse the old tile? Because if we're gonna put a new section in here, it'd have to go on the north side because the new one has already picked up everything on the south side. Or do I just take them all out, put the tile bats on one side and then deal with the tile bats? I haven't decided which is the best way to do it. I don't know. It'd probably be best to just wipe the tile out and put them in the same trench and separate all the tile bats to one side and all the black dirt on the other, then try to get the tile bats deep enough so they don't affect farming practices. So I did put 600 feet here because it was late at night. It is about 800 feet. So we'd have to take the old tile out. And then when you reinstall dual, we're gonna have to create some type of compaction, which I've done a lot of with dirt, because we're not gonna have a groove to deal with, so we have to compress the dirt on both sides of the haunch of the pipe all the way. It's gonna have to be done.
And
To
you're
protect the
working- and
integrity
you're
of-
working with peat.
Yeah,
How do you compact that?
it's easy. I mean, you can compact. It's not, if you came out and watched me do it, you could see that I can get compaction there, even with peat. I know what you're saying, because
Yeah.
it's really light soil. But there is a lot of clay there too, down at the bottom.
Okay.
So this is what I proposed to come from here to here, but we're not sure. Mike looked at it. There's a tile about ready to fall in, just 20 feet back from that, where that circle roughly is. So
How confident are you that the tile's still good from there to onto the outlet? So once you start digging in, is it just going to be from there all the way to the outlet? With the same size pipe? That's what I'm asking.
I can't answer that, because we don't know.
Yeah.
I'm gonna guess. Just because we did dig the main up and at the fence line, it's really deep there. There was no crack in there that we could see. But that doesn't mean to say that there is an additional cracking down. So I'd say that because there hasn't been anything done to that main in all these years for repair. I would say it's probably in good shape because the depth is gonna really keep the frost away from that tile, that clay tile in better, shape. But what I would like to do with you, board, is so we have a better hold on this. I'm willing to go back out there and do some more investigation today and see how the tile does look further downstream from where I was originally at, make sure that we're point to point. And even if we have to go all the way, Mike, it doesn't really make any difference because we have to go all the way. Now we're gonna exceed an estimate above what you guys can be,
That's
here
what I'm
to get
asking.
control of. I'm gonna bet the tile's in probably good shape once you get out of that peat slough and it starts to gather more depth. But I won't know that. I can't even say that because I don't know that till I do some investigation, and I'm more than happy to do that. To give you some more information and make sure that, you understand that, yeah, we're okay. So they put this new relief main in it. The frustrating thing for me was, why didn't they lay a 30 up there? And just, if the old main goes bad, they can eliminate it, get the right size tile for the drainage coefficient.
Was the relief put in 65 like I'm thinking it was?
What's that?
Was that relief line?
I don't know that,
65?
Mike, I have not looked.
Well, with you saying that, why not increase that size now? You understand what I'm trying to say? Increase the size of that old 24 to a 30 and we'll accomplish exactly what you just said. If the old relief main goes bad, we can just discard
I don't think you're gonna get Bob Van Dees on board with that.
it. Okay, I'm just asking. That's what I'm just,
Because the relief tile was already put in to relieve the watershed, so you have 224s there.
But what is our coefficient right now?
I don't know. I haven't looked at it.
Yeah, I'd like to know that before we make any decisions, cause that, if we're looking at a half inch or what we're at now, that'd be foolish to replace to go to all the expense and still have a half inch. I would like to have it, an engineer look at it and figure out what we need for, to service the neighbors, not only this field. I mean.
Oh,
We
yeah.
wanna service the whole drainage district,
Exactly.
not just this one farmer.
So I know, no, I know. I mean, that water where the junction box was built, where the relief main ends, right here. That is the bottleneck of the whole drainage system. That is the lowest spot of the whole watershed, 100%. That's where all the water comes to, right there.
Yeah.
But they haven't had any problem with water issues. Rick, none, since the relief tile was put in, according to the historical, what Jason had told me, they've had no problem. So did they need to increase the size and spend all that money when they can just repair what's the section there and live with that?
Or see how far it goes. And
You're gonna have a hard time of getting everybody on board in the district to petition a new tile, I think. Cause I know Bob Van Dies will be dead set against it. Cause I already talked to him. He just wants it repaired and replaced at this point. Because the relief tile's already there. So you have 224s to get the surface water out. Once the
Right.
surface water's out, you have enough capacity there probably with the additional tile coming in to handle it apparently, because I went back to Iowa Geographic and nothing is drowned out since the relief tile was put in. So I think they've got enough capacity there. I'm not saying it meets any drainage coefficient or anything, but I think it would be satisfactory to the district to just replace and repair
what's
and
bad,
maintain. Yeah, call it good.
and you'll dig a little bit further and see how the tile looks.
With your permission, I give you more information on what I can dig down and find and see.
How far is it from the fence to the ditch?
3,000 feet
From this property line to the ditch?
I measured it out from here all the way down to the ditch is 3,000 feet. Exactly. We've already measured that out and I've got that in what part of my notes here too. So I did re-estimate this at 800 feet. And I can give you my estimate, and all I did was add footage to what I originally gave on the first estimate. The units stay all the same. And we're at 31,000 to do the repair at 800 feet. If it's 800 feet, it's probably gonna be farther than that. Just being honest.
Yeah, I'm more than likely to start digging. It's hard to get to a spot where it's good.
Well, we're hopeful that if the tile are just cracked, I'm fine with that, but when they're quartered, cracked top, bottom and sides.
Yeah.
And they're starting to fall in, as you can see in the picture, so they gotta be replaced. Like Jason told me, one of the holes that he could have driven the combine in there, with the hole that was already started was all underpaved, you know, and I was hopeful when we got there, we could just do a lot of times on blowouts, you would just put bats over the tile, you know, and call it good, and I was gonna do that, but then we started looking into the tile and it's all bad. And Mike, you saw that plain as day.
Yeah, I didn't wanna climb on top of it to look in it.
I'm gonna bet that the tile, once you get out of the peat slough and it starts to gather depth, and it'll do it in a hurry because it's rising up a hill very quickly. And I'm gonna guess it's somewhere between here, right here, it's got over 5 to 6 feet of cover already. And then this drops off into this low spot as we go further east. And somewhere about right here, it's starting to shallow up. And then right in here, it's not shallow. It's not as bad as I thought it would be, but it doesn't have a lot of cover in this area. But I'm just saying, if you're gonna petition to have a new main, I think you're gonna get everybody's, the one thing you gotta remember, Rick, and I'm just not saying it's the wrong thing, what you're suggesting, I think it's the right thing. It's an option, but all the people above this drainage are much higher. So they're gonna have good drainage because they're sitting up a lot higher than this farm. This farm is bottlenecked with all the surface water. This is where all the water comes to when we have a big rain. And since they put the relief tile in, I went back to Iowa Geographic Map Server and I looked at photos from 1960 all the way up till last year. This has never ground out. And I think if we just maintain this tile and repair it, for as far as we need to for now, I think we'll be in good shape. Anyway, I redid an estimate of 800 feet, but it's gonna be the same as I gave you, just further footage. Everybody can, welcome to have all that. I'm not trying to tell you guys anything, I'm just trying to tell you, I think this is the best option. Typically, you don't have a new relief tile put in on a farm. If there was no relief tile here, I'd say potentially put a new main in and replace it. But the relief tile eliminates that.
Yeah.
Cause now we got two 24s and then we're gonna have to maintain the existing 24. So we have the carrying capacity of the acres in the watershed. It doesn't meet the drainage coefficient today's standard. But it's been obviously working because it has not drowned out since they put that in. So with the board's permission, I would like to, Bob, because it's your district.
Yep.
I can dig down to the tile. Mike can always come out too, cause he's been there. And we can do an evaluation to see what we're looking at, to make sure that we stop and start here. That would be sufficient to get this thing done.
My opinion is we still need to know what our drainage coefficient is out there. I'm sure a simple phone call with the amount of acres, to an engineer, they'll tell us what we need.
Do we have an assessed schedule to know the exact acres in the watershed?
We should.
Cause the assessment of the watershed acres,
It's done awful well,
well, what I'm thinking is, it's gonna be more. It's gonna be most important to know what from, once we get to this fence line. There's gonna be additional acres down in this area. I don't know if the tile's bigger down in this area before it gets into the ditch. I don't know. But those acres wouldn't be as important as the acres above this as they would be below. If you count those acres, which I know there's more acres down below, then I know you're gonna be under design.
Well, all that water has to go through that pipe, whether it's down below or up above, it still goes through that pipe.
That's right.
And if the pipe ain't big enough to handle the coefficiency, because everybody's planning 1-inch coefficiency anymore, because they're good tile.
Yeah,
Water-
we're
water-
used to that here in Humboldt County with all the wet wells you've closed.
Yeah, all the water, the farmer wants it off faster and faster.
But this has never drowned out since they put the relief tile in. So I think it's adequate with what's there in place today, is the only thing I'm saying. I'm not saying it meets any criteria of drainage coefficients to today's standards. But I think you're gonna really struggle getting the people above that, which are much higher, to say they want a new main to come up with a big expense. And then drag this thing down the road, because I don't know how long you would take to petition a new main, public hearings and all the design, engineering, blah, blah, blah.
It won't be done till next year,
So,
next fall at the earliest.
yep,
That main's 114 years old. What's the life expectancy going to be on that? From that fence line to the.
That's what I'm looking at.
That always comes into the play because you.
But you're putting new tires on a car that's got 300,000 miles on it,
Still drives nice.
Still, yeah, and I like the old
Well,
car.
I'm just saying, that's the easiest way to look at it is,
well, here's your other option, if you want. We go back to where the junction box is. And you lay 30s to replace the old main, and if it ever goes bad, you just continue 30s all the way down.
we can't do that, can we?
We can, we have a hearing.
Oh.
That'd be your other option.
I mean, that's why I thought if we do an improvement, it's gotta be a hearing. If we keep it under the 50,000, we don't have to go through the hearing process.
Are you gonna bump a 30 into a 24? Essentially.
Yeah,
If the 24 continues to go bad, you have it in place already.
Yeah. But I meant, if you just go to the fence, is that gonna be 24 to the creek? We don't know.
Yeah, I haven't seen the drainage district map, to know what size it is all the way down to the very end.
I just.
I was gonna-
Mine's so beat up, I can't read
Mine
it.
ain't
I'm
real good
guessing
either.
that one's probably not very hard.
I believe on the map that Ben had it was 24 all the way.
Yeah, I believe it.
It looked like, I think I looked at this at home and it was,
Hold it for him.
I like watching
He's
this.
still, I know, but
yeah.
he's gotta get his glasses
Then I
out
get
first.
the spec pulled out.
Got small mold over here.
Okay, 37. 37, it's right there. According to this, it's a 24, all the way to the edge.
July, to do, see how it is.
And it doesn't say what the relief one, well, now, wait a minute. What's that number there?
Does that have the relief tile on there also?
It's, yeah, it says relief,
I thought,
relief tile,
I
but
thought
it doesn't
it
really.
looked smaller when I looked in the hole. That's just me. It could be just.
Well, Mike told me, he says there's a 24 and a 12.
Yeah, it looks a lot smaller going out. I'm sorry, it just did when I looked in the bottom.
The relief.
The two tile going out look like there's a 12 and a 24.
Well, there's a 24 going out,
Yep,
the relief tile,
yep.
24 Old Main going out. And there's a 12 that goes to the northeast.
That must have been the one I was looking at. 'Cause
Yeah.
that was, it had to be a 12.
No, there's a 12 that goes northeast,
Okay,
and then there's an 18 that goes north or southeast.
Yeah,
out of
that's
the
what it
junction-
shows
I
on
think it
here,
shows here.
In the junction box.
yeah.
Yep.
So they brought it together where the bottleneck was to relieve those mains right at that point.
It does look like 10.
That's
Well, it goes 12 and then 10. That's a relief one, right?
It shows 10 on here too.
Okay, board, my question is, if you went, if Bob
Yeah, that
went and talked to the landowners
This
adjacent
showed
that are
that's
affected by the
24,
drainage,
24, I don't.
would they, if they said, no, we really don't wanna petition a new main, we just wanna get this thing repaired. Is that enough to say, you know what, why go through the process of petitioning a new main if they, you know, they're not gonna do it?
Yeah, I mean, if it's not gonna pass, why go through the?
Why?
But I would like the other information from the surrounding farmers that are also part of this district, rather than just saying, oh, do it my way.
Yeah, well, I'm not trying to say do it my way at all. I'm just
Not
saying,
your way, just. from
I'm really not, I'm trying to say, let's do what we feel is best for the drainage district and the expense. They're already gonna have a repair expense assessment, do they want a new tile assessed when it's probably not gonna be any more beneficial than having the 224s in there today? I would say no, I'd say they're just gonna be satisfied to just get it repaired and call it good. Cause typically you don't have a relief tile on any farm. And I've been around 50 years, it's very seldom you ever see an exact same size tile to relieve the main of another tile that's exact same size. So somebody did a design way back to relieve that old main. Because that water all comes to that one spot, and that's where all the surface water, that's where all the drainage comes to, and that's why they brought it up to that junction spot.
Clear to the creek.
It's actually small, but it's.
Hmm.
Weird.
Well, what do you guys think?
Pretty hard to, pretty hard to sell a new main. Things are as tough as they are right now, and when really it's working. It's working, when it's not, we're not having a problem as far as the brownouts. And, guys don't wanna spend their money if it's working, they're gonna try and buy some more time, even though it is 100 and some years old.
My thoughts are is get out there, get the old stuff replaced, be done with it.
Yeah,
If they can receive, I like to see this get done with now, rather than.
Oh, yeah, it's, I got next week. My equipment's all there, I'm very familiar with what's going on there, I'm just not sure the ending point to satisfy our needs. So we don't have, you know, further problems downstream, which
Can you do that today?
Yeah, I can.
and report back to me?
Yes, they can.
Cause I would like to know if it goes any further than that point you show on the map there.
Well, Mike looked down just the one spot. The tile are all caved in already, and it looks like that it's gonna fall in. That's like 20 feet.
That was in the
30 feet
lower
back.
spot.
Yeah, it's in the low spot. It's very close to where the existing intake was.
Yeah.
So there's an intake where the junction box is. There's a little rise in the ground back to the west. So there was an intake here on the junction box that you looked in, Mike. And then there was an existing intake where it was washed out right here, approximately right here in this low spot. So Bob will pay to have a new intake put on the main. That's his cost. But there's two low spots, this one and this one. There's a little rise right here. Not much, about a foot. Then right here is the other really low spot. There was an existing intake there that was all washed out. The tile were all broke down there. But what I'd like to do is come down here and dig down and analyze the main, get back to you guys and say, hey, I think we're in pretty good shape here to call it good for now. We've got the worst of it done and call it good.
I'm good with that.
Yeah, I'm one of that. Okay.
Looks to me like there's roughly 1,000 acres in the water jet. 800 to 1,000, just kind of just count forties.
So if you get past the fence line, and that's no good either, to go from the junction box to the outlet's about $116,000 at 20 inch. Using your, I just took the
Right.
divided it.
Right.
So we're looking at about 116,000 to go from the box clear out if we're gonna replace it all with 24 inch. That's still pretty hard for anybody to swallow. You're talking about
Right.
saving money.
But you might not have to do that until we go out and check today.
Right.
But if we can get it to work with a Band-Aid like that, it might be 2 or 3 years before you have to go to the other side,
Right.
wouldn't
Because
it?
you remember, there hasn't been any repairs done.
Yeah.
Mike, you
We're
say
looking
that
at
nothing's been done to
1911.
it.
Nothing, I mean,
So that's a good sign.
$2,000.
That's a good sign. I mean, if there was a continual problem downstream beyond the point where I found it, then we probably gotta look at doing something different.
Right.
But I'll do whatever you guys want me to do, and I'll do it all out of my pocket. I don't care. You guys end up getting somebody else, I won't charge you for anything I've done out there. I'm there to,
You're there right now. Let's get it taken care of. Go out there today. See what the rest of that tile looks like and report to either Mike or I. Let us know, or Rick.
well, you can tell me what you want me to do, and I'll do whatever you want me to
Yeah.
do. I'll send you some more
Is
pictures.
there any fear of it going over the 50,000?
No,
Yeah,
No.
that's my concern. I wanna make
No.
sure we're not.
Cause if we go over that 50,000, we should have had a hearing.
no,
Right.
no, I'm not fearful of that at all.
Okay,
No.
And I guess, we've already got Colin looking at it, so if we wanna find the coefficient, why not go ahead and let him do that? Just to see what the coefficient is, so we got an idea of what we're dealing with. Or do you think
Well-
that's worth that, it ain't worth the effort to do
It
it?
ain't
worth
worth it.
it.
Well, once we've already go that route, it
Sure.
don't matter, we're
All right.
already committed.
Yeah, I'm sure the system's not designed on a 1/4 inch now.
It's way over that, your system's probably, do you think?
I
As
just,
long as the motion.
I don't know what the grade of
Right,
existing
right.
main is.
I
I'm
know, that's the thing, it's all.
kind of throwing
Some
myself,
of those things in.
I don't wanna say, the disgusting thing for me was,
huh?
the new main relief should have been put in at least a foot deeper. It's the same elevation.
And bigger.
Going to a point.
Yeah, bigger. Would have been really nice, would have been a 30, then we could have just, cause when I first got there, I go, well, maybe we can just eliminate the old main.
Probably not.
Can't do it. Because they put it up there to relieve all the surface water that comes there. And we've gotta have that tile, it's only gonna be there
Well, it
to
says
relieve
flexible
all the
engine.
tile, the old main.
Pardon me, Bruce.
It's just gonna be a pipe in the ground.
Right.
The new concrete's perfect
As
shape,
long as
Yeah.
it doesn't
It's
go over
perfect.
50,000.
It looks good.
they're heavy duty concrete. I pulled one out of the hole and they're thick, heavy duty.
Are they
Yeah.
reinforced, you think?
No, so my dad used to sell concrete from or concrete way back. They made extra quality which are a thinner wall, and extra heavy duty, which are a thicker wall. And that's how they got their extra strength back then. They didn't have wire in the tile. I don't know for sure if there's not wire in the tile, but I doubt there is because I didn't break one to find out. But they're very strong tile. I mean, they're very, very good tile.
So Rick, how do you want to handle, do you want to just authorize him to do the?
Yeah, if we're not gonna go over the 50,000, we have that authority to do that.
I'm gonna make a motion to authorize you, Bill Mansky, to go out and do some digging today and find out what the tile's like, conditions to the end. Report back to us, and if it looks good, we fix what's bad and we stay under the $50,000.
Yeah, I'm not gonna like change my prices.
Okay,
Per lineal feet would change, but all the unit prices are gonna stay the same.
Okay.
So I'm gonna report back to you guys and say, hey, we're at 960 feet. This is where we're at on our estimate.
okay,
Let's say we're at 1,000, we're gonna be still way under our 50,000.
Good.
1,000 feet.
that's our biggest concern, we gotta stay underneath
I'm not
that.
gonna change my unit
Okay.
prices.
Okay,
It's gonna be lineal footage that's gonna change.
Okay.
That's it.
Okay.
And I do have some rock there for this job. I'm gonna use rock at our connection points where we tie into the tile from both ends. I want rock around those joints. Because when you put up to a clay tile, I don't wanna try to compact around it because of the
Crush the tile.
I don't wanna do that. I wanna rock all the way around and envelope each connection fabric, everything and rock it, and that'll be good. That'll be good.
Did
So
you
what's
get
your-
all your motion done?
I did.
So what's your motion? You're just gonna get a hear from Bill. And then you don't have to chase all 5 of us around, right?
No,
So
Yeah, Bruce. I
we'll fix it that way. I know, I'm just saying, cause it's a pain trying to get everybody to say, yep, I agree. Well, it's gonna be 42,000 or whatever the number is. Just so we have it so that if he's there, he can do it and
Be done
move
with
on.
it, yeah.
So,
And board, I'm torn between starting and paralleling the old main. With a new main, 24 into a separate trench. And then going back in and collapsing all the clay tile in the same spot.
How deep are you going?
I don't know exactly how deep were they, Mike? Were they 5.5 foot deep?
Right there somewhere.
So if I go back and I won't charge any more to do it either way. But I'm almost thinking it's best to put the new main. The repair on the north side. Go back and dig over the top of the old and just bury and
Okay.
collapse it the
Crush
whole
it.
way. That way I don't have to bring bats on top of the ground.
right.
Cause that's gonna be a problem.
Yep.
I don't wanna have bats all over a guy's farm.
No.
And I don't want them on top of plastic tile. Cause if one got pointed wrong or something,
Yeah,
it could, get into the plastic. I don't want that. So I probably will parallel the main rather than put it in the old trench. But I'm not gonna say that's exactly what I'm gonna do. I wanna think about. Cause I can remove all the tile, put them to one side. To rig the trench super wide and not have any tile bats on top of the plastic at all. Cause I'm gonna try to get some cover and compaction around the pipe as I go. I was gonna keep the bats off to one side. So they wouldn't affect the integrity of the plastic once we got it relayed.
Yeah.
But I might not have enough depth to bury them. Cause I don't want them coming to the surface.
Right.
So it's probably gonna be best to just parallel it, go back in and just collapse them the whole way. Leave them down in there. That's my thought.
Okay.
So I come out with a 22-degree elbow, get away from the main, 22 back. Run parallel. The reason I'm saying 22, we don't want an abrupt turn. 22 out, 22 back, get away from the old main, come back in to the very end where the junction box is and do the same thing there. And then join the last tile that are into the box, which are actually concrete, because when they built the box, and Mike saw that too, they replaced some of the tile around the junction box with concrete. So we'd come right up to the last clay tile and get to the concrete at the junction box. So it'd be all new from that point to where it's bad to the junction box.
April, are you good with doing it this way?
Yeah,
okay, thank you.
I got it.
All right.
I'm good with that.
Okay. April, where are you?
Keep the reporter.
I have no.
She's gonna take your picture out in the hall.
I have no say in this.
Hey, April, I'm all about love and grace, trust me, I'm not hard to get along with.
Well, I'll second Bob's motion if he's got
Okay.
it, the way he wants it, is it in the way you want
Yep.
it? Okay, I'll second.
You can have everything of what they've got there,
Yep,
Okay, all in favor?
aye.
whatever you
Any
need.
opposed?
No.
Motion
Like I
carries.
told you, I'm all about love and grace.
All right.
Yeah, I did.
It is Christmas, by the way, God.
Give this-
Yes, it is.
Got your.
Well, thank you very much, and
Yeah, it's
hopefully the
great.
weather stays this way.
I tried to do my hardest to explain everything the best I
You
could,
did good.
and if you guys have any questions, feel free to tell me. But I'll
What?
try to get back to you, Bob, and let you know what we're looking at,
Yeah.
or downstream, and let's be.
For you and no.
Okay, I'll be home,
Oh, you're
I'll be home today,
Oh, I'm sorry.
Okay,
so give me a call and I can run out and you can take me out and show me.
Didn't get that, thank you.
I'll do with you, cause you're a supervisor, I ran an excavator for 20,000 hours. I'll set you in the hole so you don't even have to get down the mud like Mike did.
Oh, that'd be great, 'cause I don't want to get muddy.
I would have done it with Mike, but I don't think he trusts me that morning.
I trust you.
Okay,
How did you get out of there, Mike?
thank you guys for all your time.
Thank you.
I appreciate it.
I'm used to crawling around that.
Anything else?
No,
No?
Okay,
thank you.
we'll talk to him and he can talk to all of you. I wanna wish you all a Merry Christmas.
You too.
God bless you all, and just
Yeah.
remember, I tell everybody this every day, let's just treat everybody with kindness, love, and respect.
You're right.
Exactly.
Okay?
There you go.
Thank you.
Appreciate
Have a
it.
great day now.
Yep.
Okay.
Oh, you wanted something?
Nope, we got it, thanks.
You don't want any part of me anymore?
No picture.
Oh, geez. I thought we were friends.
All right, anything else in drainage you wanted to visit about? Anything, Terry?
Yeah, this is for the,
Payment?
yes, the pay, for Rognus. So Colin sent this in, they're 40% done, which they are on schedule. So the payment is gonna be for now $210,672. And what he wanted to let you guys know too is, we do have to, if approved, we have to have you sign it. He said that they did start construction. It was supposed to be early November. But there was some other project in Worth County that caused them a problem, so they didn't start until early December. And considering the snowy weather, they've progressed quite well. They've already installed about 2,800 feet of tile of about 6,500 total feet planned for the project. And the pipe is being installed typically within a half inch or less of the design of elevation, which is very good. Colin said he's really pleased with the work they've been done so far, and so he said they are right on it and getting everything done. So he is very pleased with everything they've done.
Okay.
So just to go, this is the deal up by the Bradgate Block.
Yeah.
Yeah, 11.
Drove by there
One.
last week and I seen there was about, getting close to half done.
Mhm.
And most of that would probably be delivery of pipe.
Probably, yeah.
A lot of that bill that is
Yeah, there was a lot of pipe laying on top
two
of the
hundred and
ground.
10,000, I'm pretty sure that quite a bit of that would be their pipe sitting on the ground. So that's pay estimate number one, and there, what'd you say, 40%?
Yeah, they're 40% right now.
All right, with that, I'd make a motion to pay estimate number one to Rognus Brothers for the 210,672 at 40% completion.
I'll touch that motion.
Okay, well, first and a second on this project for the pay order. Pay voucher number one. Any more discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Hearing none, motion carried.
Well, even with Christmas on Thursday, the weather that they're getting, they hopefully will get a few
You'll get a
more
lot more done because
put in, because the snow is really going away, yeah.
looks like good for
Well,
a
the first
while.
2 weeks of January is not gonna be good.
No, it doesn't.
Just give you a heads up.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Did you order
Always
that?
have to be,
I'm just telling you, there's 2 winter storms coming in the first 2 weeks of January, and it's supposed to really drop the temperature too. I follow this weather pretty close. What are you laughing
Oh, I think.
Karnak, what was?
Didn't know if you wanna discuss that
Karnak.
now or that's what we talked about.
Yes, what is that?
This comfort observation stuff.
Yeah, cause, yeah,
Yeah, Bob discussed that conservation was gonna pay the half the bill.
Yeah, we're paying for half of it.
conservation.
Yes.
And we'll see where it goes from there.
Hopefully I'll get a call from Daggy soon, and I have received a call yet. If I don't have one in by next.
Tell you what, let's talk about that drainage, so we have it on the record.
Okay.
So you have a bill there.
So I have a bill for, there's a tile crossing repair into the Daggy field, oh shit. I don't remember what. No, it's not in a district, that was.
No, it's a private tile
private-
crossing the
The trail.
conservation's.
Correct.
trail.
Trail.
Yeah,
So there's a bill for 11,182.83 from D&M Drainage, for work that was done there. And he located the tile, tore out the trees and just cleaned everything out. Conservation has paid half of it. And we just, I was asking about the other half where.
well, hopefully,
That's Marshall, isn't it?
yes.
Mhm.
Okay.
He wanted the conservation to pay for all of it because he didn't think he'd get his money out of Dag. Well, conservation can't do it that way, so we're gonna pay for half. Marshall called me Saturday. Wanna know what happened, I told him. So I will help Marshall get his other half, like I said. We sent the letter, I'm waiting for a call from him, I have not received one yet, so if I don't have one. By next week, I will call him personally. And hopefully Marshall can get paid.
Okay.
And I think we've instructed the conservation to come up with a
And
trail crossing policy.
we have, they are working on that as we speak, so.
Kind of like
That
we
would-
have with our secondary roads.
That was brought up in the meeting.
And I think the secondary roads policy would be very similar.
Why not just use it? I mean, it
Yeah,
functions,
just change the
so-
names and whatnot.
Okay. That is all I had for now.
so what is the appointment for Collins?
That was based on the petition as we weren't sure at that point if it was
Which direction you're
going.
going with Bill?
Yeah,
Okay.
we were gonna go with an improvement,
We're straight.
you know, have a hearing, look at it, have an
Okay.
improvement possibly.
All right, just checking.
So
Make
that
sure
kind of
we
got
covered it all.
trashed. Anything else in range?
So we gotta tell Colin to cancel all that.
Yeah. Okay.
Mike, can I ask, would you rather want a different direction on that?
We delved into it for just a few seconds, is that you're putting new tires on the 300,000 mile car. Because if he gets to the fence line with brand new 24 inch, you're still gonna have 2,000 feet of the same year tile. It don't make no sense to patch this with new when you've got 1911 pipe that's probably looking the same as what it did up here down there. It's just
Do
gonna,
you think that you're gonna be able to get the petition pushed through on the other side if you?
that I
had to
don't
go
know.
there? Well,
Jess, you're a farmer, you've done tiling before. Give me some feedback of some kind.
Actually, this, if it's working for the people on the top end, you'll just put one next to them.
that's,
They're gonna get all the benefit because they're on the top end of it.
Sure.
Their
The ones
water
that are
all runs
just like the
downhill.
ones that you're dealing with, not the patch fix, in my opinion, would be the right way to go about it.
Fair enough.
But I understand this, it's just the money that you gotta spend, I mean. you may never have another problem in our lifetime with the rest of it, and you gotta take that chance for the amount of money you're spending. That's my opinion.
I'm just worried about rupturing just past the fence line and then you've got,
I doubt that if they get it fixed, it would help, should help it more than it would hurt, but
okay, well, thank you. I
you never know.
Well, that's the side you stand on, how far do you go and where is?
And I guess
the
my
best-
opinion is the people that are upstream of us, they're not gonna be in, if they're getting drainage adequate and their tiles are all working in their field, they're not gonna be in favor of spending big money on
Well, yeah,
improving.
I mean, it's 1,000
main that
acres.
they're already getting benefit of.
Yeah.
You know, so I mean, that's what you can get by with.
You jump to
Maybe you're gonna have to spend 30,000 next, 2 years down the road.
But that
It's still
night,
gonna be less than it's gonna be to replace the whole name.
that 1911 goes east just as far as it goes west, so up that line, how many feet? It's probably another 2,000-3,000 feet going that way. The same age tile. It's not, you understand what I'm saying?
It's very likely, it's likely.
Yeah. So I guess that's what I was looking at.
But
I
it's
don't
working.
disagree with you. I mean, they ain't ever spending the money.
It's working, right,
That's,
you know,
for the time.
and nobody wants to spend.
Hopefully we start digging today, it looks better going.
I mean, maybe I'm wrong, but I don't think anybody upstream that's getting drainage is gonna spend extra money.
That makes sense.
yeah, $30 an acre sounds a lot better than 300. Yeah,
And I'm not trying to put you on the spot, I was just curious to know
Well,
what.
I heard that too, and I was kind of concerned. What your
Okay.
thoughts were on that.
But if we don't have anything else to discuss, I'll make a motion to go out of drainage.
I'll second it.
all in favor?
Aye.
Okay, we're out of drainage. Thank you, Terry. for your time.
Thanks,
Thank
Derek.
you.
Very much.
Have a good Christmas.
You too.
Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas.
Okay, is there anything else we need to discuss?
I am planning on having budget meeting on the 6th with, department heads following the meeting.
The
Be, no, 5th, sorry.
Yeah,
yes, with us. Okay.
Why is that something?
Let's get ready to both out. Yep,
Me too.
yep. That's on the fifth, what time? 8:30?
after our meeting.
Oh. If it's on Monday.
We're hoping to that.
I got some,
Yes.
I just,
Right.
So then roughly, how long will it take after they put their budgets? I mean, just asking, when they put their time slot. So when, will you need 2 weeks before we start setting in here and listening to their proposal? Or what do you think?
I would say the first one will be on the 6th, right? And then the following, or
So you're talking the 12th, we're gonna start? Okay. Well, I just wanna make sure that we're all on the same, because that's,
just,
what, 3 or 4 weeks there that we'll
Be busy.
visit.
Another thing we have to talk about is, our, contracts with dispatch, jailers,
mhm.
and deputies. Union contracts. Mike Galloway has been in contact with them. He wants to pick a date.
29th is available, wasn't
Yeah, 29th is available this week, like next week. After that, I mean, it's something we gotta get done fairly soon. I proposed a couple weeks ago, I proposed the, earlier in December, but they weren't ready yet. So, but now they are.
So this is a face to face with them,
Well,
or this is their?
no, it
proposal
probably
to
won't
us?
be face to face with them. It'll be us discussing with Mike Galloway.
Okay.
How we want it to look. Cause, we need to make some changes. And present them with the changes that we're looking at. And then we'll have a meeting.
What day do you wanna do that?
it? 29th is a Monday. I don't know if you wanna do it.
that soon, or it'd be nice if it'll work for Mike, I'd say let's do it the 29th.
I think that's the only, according to his email, the only day left.
Yeah,
So is that in the meeting or is that out of the meeting in
that
a
is.
closed session?
In a work session.
In a work session?
Yeah, that won't be open meeting. It's contract, no,
That's
it's
just a-
closed. It's not closed session, but it is it's not open to the public because it's contract.
That's what it's after.
So that's just a regular supervisor meeting?
It'll be after our supervisors,
After the meeting,
After the meeting on the 29th.
So what if he can't do it, then we'll just get a date from him and
Then we'll pick it,
flow from
see
there.
see what else he can do as soon as possible.
That works. I'd reach out and ask him, Trish, if the 29 works, and then other than that, we'll have to just,
And maybe he'll just be on the phone, I don't know. It'd be nice.
if we're gonna do it.
It's nice
don't wanna do
to
that
face
again.
to face.
No,
So,
that'll work.
We'll just have to make it available for him because he's the,
Yeah, he's a guy, he has to be here. So if he can't do that, then we'll have to jump into
Yeah, I
January,
would rather have me in person than on Zoom.
yeah. I mean, we
well,
could
unless he thinks it's.
give him the option of the 29th or the 5th.
I didn't have any calls. You know,
he's texting.
yeah, good. Anything else? I don't wanna steal all the motions, but if we're done.
Yeah, I don't have any other.
Oh,
Bernie,
I thought
did
we
you
did.
have a block with, union or union?
You guys have anything else?
No, and I make a motion to adjourn.
I just wish everybody a Merry Christmas.
I do too. And a Happy New Year.
Yeah,
There you go.
Stay
We're all over
safe
that.
out there. I don't wanna write about you guys in the paper getting hurt or anything.
What's that?
I said, stay safe out there. I don't wanna write about